I'm back, y'all. I am back. The last time I played this was on April 25th, the day the Flash vanishes in Crisis. I am now playing this on May the 4th be with you, so it's been a little bit. It's been a little bit of time since the last time I played. You guys know why. You guys want to know what happened since the last time I played? A clip of mine was in a Watch Mojo video. I'm gonna link it down below. It was a, what was it, a top 20 coolest shiny Pokemon or whatever. I just watched it to have some sort of background noise, and then when I looked down, I was surprised to see one of my clips in it. It was around the... Oh. And I disconnected. Nice. Well, it only makes sense. I come back and I disconnect immediately. Can't believe you're alive. Spoke too soon. Okay, let me reconnect. Okay, let me try reconnecting. Well, don't give me that. Don't give me the can't reconnect. No, I refuse. You connect. Just give it a moment, folks. There we go. Now just give that a moment. How you guys been? Since it's been quite some time. How you guys been? Let me see if I am back yet. I don't see I'm back yet. Am I back yet? Okay, let me just restart the app. How about that? No, I don't see I'm back yet. There we go, now I'm back. Anyways, as I was saying, so a clip of mine made it into a Watch Mojo video. It was about 9 minutes in. It was actually the shiny Ho-Oh. So, you know, pretty cool of them to use one of my clips. Now, did they ask me permission to use that clip of mine? Hell no, they didn't. But do I care? No. No, I don't really care. I really don't care. Well, I don't know if they asked me permission. I didn't see a comment. Maybe they shot me an email and I just didn't see it, because I absolutely despise checking my emails. So, do I care that they didn't ask me to use it? No, I really don't. I really don't care if anyone out there uses clips of mine. By all means, go crazy. You know, and in a way, if you think about it, if you see the clip, it actually kind of makes sense that they would use it. I'm not saying that to gloat or anything, but you know, it's like, it's a 30-second clip with no commentary, and it gets straight to the point showing the shiny Ho-Oh. It only makes sense that they would choose that over whatever else. And also, I was told by No Shame in Feeding that if you just look up shiny Ho-Oh BDSP, like I'm one of the top ones that shows up. It's like the third one that shows up. So, you know, it kind of makes sense. You know? So yeah, pretty cool of them. Pretty cool of them to include one of my clips in a Watch Mojo video. Cool of them. Okay, let's get back to the game. We finished with Tartarus. I don't think there was anything else for me to do.
Good day. Are you accepting a request?
No.
Marvelous.
Okay.
Very well.
Now, I know it did suck that I stopped playing this right before a full moon. But, you know, patience.
Oh, hello.
And rest assured, dear viewers, I still have not been spoiled of what's coming up, so I got no clue what's about to happen. Absolutely no clue. I got a lot of other stuff to talk about, just because, you know, a lot of stuff happened in the last week since I last played. That was a lot of lasts. But yeah, a lot of stuff happened since the previous time I played this. So I got a lot to talk about. But first, we're just going to get past the full moon boss, so that way I'm not talking all over it. I should stay home today and conserve my strength. So for those who know, reason I didn't play this for like the past week is because I had to study for an exam, which I finished today. I finished the exam earlier today.
It's in the Iwatodai Station Plaza.
Had I had a headache, or if I was too tired,
10th shadow.
I would not have played this tonight.
Let's just worry about them one at a
And
time.
that almost happened. I did feel a headache forming after the exam
Actually,
finished.
one at a time. We don't need two at once again.
Yukari-chan, how did you know? I sensed two of them.
Oh, look at that. She jinxed it.
What? Seriously? Me and my big mouth.
Shinji.
He notified me that he'll be joining us later. He didn't say why, though.
Figures. He's always played by his own rules.
Shall we wait a little longer? I wonder what's going on.
I'm sure it's fine. He said he's coming later, right?
I once again have a
Yeah,
second monitor
already
up.
Better than a certain someone who didn't show last time.
Oof. Too busy simping
Hey,
last
come
time.
on, that wasn't my fault. Don't worry, I'm totally ready to go this time. See?
Wait. Amada-kun isn't here either. Hey, Junpei, go get him. That'll be your punishment for last time.
Punishment? What is this, kindergarten? Well, I guess it is a kid's bedtime.
Yeah, I got the second monitor set up again.
All right.
To
we've
shiny
got two
hunt.
targets this time. Let's get moving. We'll decide on our team formation once we get there.
Instead of a Zangoose this time, I got something else I'm hunting, which I'll tell you what it is later on. But right now I got Tears of the Kingdom open to get something done.
Look, there they are. This is the route we always take to school. We've got to protect it.
Can you take a guess?
It's almost like they're waiting for us.
By the way, where's Amada?
He wasn't in his room, so who knows?
Shinji's late too.
We should probably hurry. I think they're about to make their move.
Then we have no choice. Let's organize a team from the members we have here. Once we're set, we'll move in.
Alright, we may have a little bit of exploration before the boss itself. Well, that's kind of neat that it's here. But yeah, can you guess what I'm doing in Tears of the Kingdom right now? I'll give you a hint. It includes me doing a lot of resets. It also includes my amiibos. Take a wild guess. Also, speaking of amiibos, something that happened since the last time I played was I got a couple of the amiibos I ordered in the mail. So I got some, the 3 Game & Watch amiibos, aka Women Deflectors. I got those in the mail, so now I have every single Game & Watch amiibos separate, including legit just a base. Who do I want on my team? No Shinji, no Ken, so that sucks that neither of them are here. I already have Yukari. I guess it's pretty good. Maybe Junpei? It's between Junpei and... Ooh, actually. Damn, I'm thinking like Junpei, Mitsuru, or Koromaru. You know what? No, I'll put Koromaru in. Just because of that one move he has. You know, it gets stronger, closer to the full moon, and it is peak full moon right now. Okay, where do I go? Am I supposed to go down?
Yes. Standing by to provide support. Be careful out there.
I thought there were 2. Where's the second one? Long-ass loading screen. I'm like, did my game break? Oh, I think that's the second one. That one was so small, I didn't even see it.
The Fortune Arcana is gone? The Strength Arcana must have done something. There's no way to attack it now. You'll have to defeat the Strength Arcana first.
Alright. Never seen a loading screen in this game. Okay, let's see what to do. I should probably do something like this first. So I got a story to tell you guys. Something scary happened to me last week. I'll tell you about that after this. So yes, today was the second day of my 2-day-long exam. I did the first part yesterday, obviously, and then today was the second one. Now, I was confident that, you know, that maybe... What am I doing? I'm not even paying attention. That'll just extend it. Damn. Well, I guess extend it. You know, at first I was confident that, like, okay, I'm gonna pass this time. I studied, I prepared, I knew my mistakes from before. I'm gonna do, well, just enough to pass this time. And, well, very quickly my confidence shattered as I did the exam. Confidence is overrated anyways. Let's see. I don't know, like, it's sad to say that there's a decent chance I didn't pass again. As disappointing as that sounds. But, who knows, let's hope for the best. Now, I do have some other unfortunate news regarding my exam. Remember how previously I said that 3 attempts was allowed? And if you failed 3 times, you would have to do some sort of program, some sort of course, some sort of whatever, before you're allowed to take it again for a 4th time. Okay, we got some Sai Nijima boss going on here.
Roulette. It looks like wherever it stops, it will activate a different effect. Red hurts, and blue helps. Allies and enemies, it doesn't discriminate. It stops as random, and I can't predict it. But either way, be careful.
Is this really an RNG-based boss fight right now?
What the heck just happened?
So yeah, previously it was 3 attempts, and if you fail, you had to do some sort of program, some sort of course, some sort of seminar, whatever, before you're allowed to take it again.
What is optimal?
Well, unfortunately, they're having a policy change.
Should I scan on this enemy? It is time. Persona.
Now, you know, there's oh, okay, don't do that. Now there's pros and cons to this policy change, and the con far outweighs the pro. What was this one? Ah, I can't attack the other one anyways. Now they changed it to where if I fail 4 times, I need to retake the entire college program. So, you know, the pro, if I fail this 3rd attempt, God forbid, I get 1 more attempt. But the con, if I fail that 4th time, I gotta redo all of college again. And I tell you what, folks, I tell you what, if I fail 4 freaking times, I quit. That's it, I quit. I am not doing the entire college program again. I fail 4 times, I quit. That's it. I'm done. I am moving on to the next thing in my life. I don't care that I am a college failure. 4 times, I don't care. I will quit. I will stop there. I will move on to the next thing in my life. I don't care that I basically did the entire college program just to still fail. I don't care anymore. I fail 4 times, I'm done. I quit. I have no good moves here. Wow, I suck right now. What's this one? So there's a bit of unfortunate news. If I fail 4 times, I redo the entire college program. At that point, I'm done. I am done. Well, actually, do that to yourself. Man, they purposely removed Shinji and Ken just because they knew how overpowered they'd be. Well, actually, their attacks don't even land on this thing, so never mind, I guess. Wait, no, don't use that. Man, I know I messed up on one thing earlier today, too. It was a freaking 6-month follow-up, you know, the thing that cost the most marks. Now, I did practice, I did rehearse what I need to say this time. You heard me rehearse it last time. But what I messed up on, oh my god. Retries during battle. If the game difficulty is set to peaceful, then you can choose to retry a battle, even if your HP drops to 0. When selecting I can't die yet, all your party members will have HP and SP restored. All status ailments will be lifted, and the battle will resume. Wow, that's the most hand-holding thing I've ever seen. First time! Nope, I give up. I'm dead. Alright, resurrect me. Man, I can't even beat this game on peaceful.
Can that still be called an attack?
So anyways, the thing I know I messed up on is, well, they threw a, how do I say this? I can't really do anything with Aegis right now. I should not have chosen her. Well, damn. I guess I'll just do one of these. You know what? I feel like even if I do this, then the, that one-shot move, you know, our defense up won't even matter to that. But yeah, they threw a case study example my way, and I didn't realize, I didn't even cover it until after I finished. See, they gave me an example, they gave me a case study on the spot. Like, I got a new job, it's at a cement factory. Yes, they actually told me that. And at the cement factory, my eyes feel dry. Man, I didn't even address that. What I was supposed to say was like, okay, I'll give you solution that is more hydrating, more moist. I didn't even cover that. It wasn't until I finished I was like, oh damn, I didn't even cover that. Oops. So, well, yeah, my confidence shattered as I was taking the exam. Damn, I went into the exam, you know, studied, fully studied up, ready to conquer this time. Nope. As I took it, it's like, well, that's what I get for getting my hopes up. I get confident just to have it shatter. Anyways. Well, enough talking about my inevitable 3rd failed attempt. Let's just not talk about that exam anymore. Let's just move on. And you know what's here I say let's not talk about it anymore, but I'm just gonna keep on talking about it. Something else that was like just really, how do I say this? I can't explain how much there is riding on this exam, how much at stake there is. Because, oh boy, it's been a long time since the universe gave me a sign that it absolutely hates my guts. Because I think it was like the night before the exam, so 2 nights ago, where, well, I know how this is going to sound. Well, where I finally realized, like, I've been doing the calculations wrong the whole time. The night before the exam. Yes, I know how that sounds. But I real quick learned how to do it.
Activating.
Okay, I don't want to waste her Theurgy, because I still got the other thing to fight.
Pull the trigger.
I realize how that sounds. I learned about the fact that I've been calculating everything wrong the whole time. The night before the exam. Yes, I know how concerning that sounds. While that happened, as I was at home studying,
I can detect Fortune's presence again.
as I was studying that night,
Your attack should land now.
As I was studying that night, I heard my mom on a phone call with I'm not too sure who, and my mom was getting pretty heated. Because she was saying how, it's what you expect. She was saying how business is horrible. It's like, we all know inflation's a bitch. And people just aren't shopping out in public these days. They're all buying everything online. So business is terrible. We don't know how long we're gonna last in terms of, you know, the income we make. And then, you know, hearing all that, literally having the mindset that I failed 2 times, and this exam costs nearly $800 to take, and that I've been doing everything wrong the whole time. Oh, come on. Is it gonna one-shot me? Okay, never mind.
Nothing's happening?
You know, I said a few years ago that, you know, at the time, I was risking losing a lot of stuff. My house, my business. I forget if I was gonna lose my car. Well, not mine, but a car of ours. Obviously, that didn't happen. I didn't lose my house, but at the time, that was a real concern. Well, and guess what? It's becoming a real concern now again. Life is just hard sometimes, you know?
Good job, everyone.
Oh man, it's exhausting dealing with 2 of them at once.
The 2 claiming to be Strega did not interfere this time.
It's probably because we have their navigator. They can't outmaneuver us now.
Alright, I'm done with Tears of the Kingdom on the side.
Still, Aragaki-senpai never showed, huh? Amada-kun too.
I'm just opening up my Violet game now so I can do my daily postcard thing to get the Gimme Ghoul in Pokemon Go.
Yamagishi, do you know where they are?
Sorry, I haven't been able to locate them yet.
Wonder what's going on with those 2.
Let's return to the dorm for the time being. Akihiko, are you listening?
Today is October 4th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Go on back without me. I'm gonna go look for them.
Wonder what that's about.
Wait, senpai! I wonder what's up.
Akihiko.
You came, just like we agreed. Do you know why I called you here? You probably have an idea, since you skipped the operation for it. 2 years ago today, on October 4th, that was the day my mom died here. They called it a car accident, but it wasn't. I saw the whole thing. I saw my mom get killed. You murdered her! Since then, not one good thing has happened. Just being alive is torture, and all I get from people is sympathy, no matter where I go. What's the point of living like this? I've even thought about killing myself.
Well, damn.
But I wouldn't be able to face Mom like that. That's why I vowed to live until I found her killer. You! I once heard you say you wanted to forget what you did on that day. So, when I realized it was a full moon today, I knew I had to confront you. day, Mom is with me. I'll make you remember what you did to her. I'm gonna kill you!
Do it.
Wow, that was not what I expected.
Huh. No one else is back yet?
Man, I wonder why Sonata-san was acting so weird. Something about the date? What's so special about October 4th?
October 4th. That's right. I was so focused on the operation that I didn't realize it. Today is the anniversary of the day Amada's mother was killed.
She was killed?
Yamagishi, I need you to locate Aragaki and Amada immediately. There's a good chance they'll be together. Akihiko must have already realized it.
Wait a second. Why didn't he tell you then? Why didn't he tell you guys?
What's going on?
Public records say that Amada's mother was killed in an accident, but in truth, we were the ones responsible for her death.
What?
It happened 2 years ago, when we were hunting down a shadow that appeared in the city. Aragaki had only just awakened his persona, and he lost control of it for a moment. We'd been so focused on the shadow, we hadn't accounted for any civilians in the area. Unfortunately, there was one casualty. It was Amada's mother.
No way! Are you kidding me?
Why didn't Akihiko at that moment, like... Why didn't he be like, Mitsuru, today is October 4th. Don't you remember what today is? Like, why didn't he say something?
Wait, so to Amada-kun, Aragaki-senpai is...
I should have considered this when Amada volunteered to join us. It's possible that he...
I found them! They're at Tatsumi Port Island! They're together. And I'm picking up someone else, too.
Is it Akihiko?
Wait. This is... No! It's Striga!
Hey, isn't that a problem?
Yeah.
This couldn't be worse.
Senpai! Come on, we gotta follow her. Right?
Hey, it's Nanako's birthday. He's going to tell Nanako happy
I
birthday.
won't stop you.
In-game or in real life?
You're right. I just wanted to forget. That's why I left everyone behind. And tried to use the drugs to suppress my power. But nothing I did could erase the memory. No matter what I do, I always end up back here. It's my fault. This is what I deserve. But I gotta give you a warning.
A warning?
You take my life, and you're going to end up just like me. You better be prepared for that.
What? Are you begging for your life?
Even if all you have now is hatred, one day you'll regret it.
Shut up! That's bullshit!
I must say, I agree.
October 4th is Nanako's birthday? Neat.
These are not his sins to bear. That is the nature of revenge. Is it not permissible to kill those who are themselves killers?
That's right.
What do you want?
Losing one of our own has posed a slight challenge for us, but we cannot simply turn a blind eye to all the trouble you've caused.
You bastard.
Fear not. This life is but a stepping stone. I shall deliver unto you both salvation.
What'd you say?
My, protecting your would-be murderer?
Oh, but that's right.
Whether or not to this boy's revenge, you are fated to die regardless.
Can be like, alright, let me kill him, then you can kill me.
What does he mean?
You've been taking those suppressants for some time now. You don't have much longer.
That's bullshit!
Listen to your body. The signs have already begun.
What are you talking about? You're just going to die? No matter what? Even if I don't do anything? That's not fair! This is all I've been living for! What was even the point then?
I mean, you could still kill him before he dies.
The cause of death is hardly of importance. Besides, the breath of life is faint in you as well, child. You were planning to join him once the deed was done, were you not?
His face looks much fatter in his 3D model. Does it not?
What?
This may be a bit ill-timed.
Wait, so is Amada...
It matters
Wait,
not
is he
whose
dying
life I
too?
take first. You're both destined to perish anyway.
Shut the fuck up!
You talk too much.
No.
Now then, with what life you have left, answer me this. There is a navigator in your ranks similar to Chidori, is there not? You've been killing the shadows we wish to protect with startling efficiency.
Oh, he was gonna kill
before we can
Shinji and then
even
kill
arrive.
himself? Oh.
Tell me, which one of you is it? If you don't expedite your answer, then this will hurt you more than it hurts me.
Don't do something, kid. Just stand there.
What's wrong? Cat got your tongue? Or are you ready to talk?
Where's Akihiko? Well, I guess he didn't know where they were. He's still out there looking for them.
Wait! It's me.
Really now?
It's the truth. That's the only reason they let me join. Even though I'm a kid.
What are you?
Oof, that almost looked like it was in the crotch.
I wasn't talking to you.
It doesn't matter now. I'll never have my revenge.
You
I
could.
don't have any reason to live. What's the point in fighting anymore?
I see. So, you accept salvation. What a beautiful end to your life. Very well. You shall go first. Rest peacefully.
Is he actually? No way he's going to.
Mom.
Just what was that for? What reason could you possibly have to risk your life for this child?
Shinji!
Man, literally just a moment too late.
How very unfortunate. The fun had just begun.
Shinji!
Some of us go after him.
Aragaki! Senpai!
Aragaki-san!
What's with the long face? Isn't this exactly what you wanted? It's all right. Hold on to that anger. Let it be your strength. You've still got your whole life ahead of you, don't you, kid? From now on, you're gonna have to live for yourself.
But I can't.
I will.
This is how it should be.
What? Did you hear the sound of that wind cut off? After many hard-fought battles, our team has suffered our first casualty. That's the first time I've seen any casualty. Well, except Nanako, but she made it. A dear friend's life has been claimed in a manner I never could have imagined. That night, no one spoke a word. Then, the next day. I did not know any of that was happening. I did not expect any of that. Aren't you guys glad I didn't spoil myself on a major death again? Yesterday was a terrible tragedy. I seem completely unfazed. However, I must still go to school today.
No words can express the sense of loss we feel as a result of this.
Wow, news spread fast.
He had a lifetime of opportunity ahead of him. As educators, we are to blame for ignoring his silent calls for help. We tragically lost him to senseless violence before we had a chance to help him realize his true potential. Forgive us. Forgive us for our negligence.
The principal continues with his eulogy. Wow, that only happened last night, and then literally the next day, they already set this up. Well, that was fast.
He just never stops talking.
Bitch!
I'd never even heard of any Aragaki. Had you?
I heard he never came to school. Probably just some punk. I just want to get home. I gotta study for my mock exam.
Hey, you guys know who this Aragaki is? Wait, you're not even in the same year. No way you'd know him then. Anyways, it's crazy that stuff like this really happens, huh?
I wouldn't really know. You're just not aware of it. Shut your mouth. Damn. What happens if I say this? He doesn't know that we're friends with him.
Huh? What the hell's your problem?
Pay some respect. Someone's dead.
Shut up. Huh? What are you getting up for?
I said shut the hell up!
Iori, sit down.
Damn it!
Just ignore them, Junpei. Hey, have you seen Sanada-senpai today?
Yeah? No? Why? No?
He was absent this morning. I wonder if he'll show up at all. I hope he's okay.
Damn, I didn't know I'd be coming back to such a sad moment in the game.
Do you have a moment?
Oh, sure.
When you get back today, let's meet in the lounge. I think you all know the reason.
Right.
I don't expect you to have your thoughts in order. I'm not even sure what to do myself. All right, I'll see you then.
You know, I'm very curious how all of this looked in the original game.
So it's about Amada, huh? Well, this'll be a fun meeting.
Yeah.
Hey. At the usual for lunch. I was wondering what ramen tastes like when you skip class. It's surprisingly good. You could have invited me at least once, you know. Come on, say something. Why do you have to be like that? Always going off without saying a word. Put yourself in my shoes for a change. You think it's the other way around? Yeah, you're right. I was always the one running off on my own. I was too obsessed with getting stronger, ever since I lost Miki. That's all I've cared about.
Was Miki
I thought if I was strong
Ken's
enough,
mom?
I could protect anyone, but I was wrong. And now you're gone too.
I really wish they would have showed that.
It's like the world is laughing at me. I knew what we were getting into. I knew we were putting our lives on the line, but I was so focused on fighting that I didn't see anything else. It doesn't matter how strong I was. Look what happened! I know, Shinji. Crying won't change anything, right? I don't need you to tell me that. In the end, I can't run away from who I am. I've had enough of this.
What? I mean, that's a cool design. Kind of broke the mood.
Rest easy, Shinji. You just watch from there with me. I've still got a job to do. Isn't that right?
Miki was Akihiro's sister. Okay. Did I just say his name wrong? I did. I said Akihiro. Whoops.
Gathered here. We need to discuss how to deal with Amada. I've already consulted the chairman. Magus, bring him here.
Understood. It's my fault. I knew it was strange when Aragaki-senpai told me he'd be late, but I didn't say anything. If I'd only listened to my intuition, this wouldn't have happened.
That's right. It's not your fault. If there's anyone who should have realized, it's me.
I should have been taking things more seriously, too. I knew this wasn't a game. But I never thought it'd end up like this.
There's no point dwelling on the past. Shinji's last words were, "This is how it should be." He was a hell of a guy. He even faced death with a smile. So, from this day forward, I'll face things head on too.
This is how it should be. Huh.
Senpai.
Reporting in. Amada-san is not in his room.
Of course he's not.
He's not?
Evidence indicates that his window has been pried open.
Pride?
Amada-kun!
Oh, wait, Fuka, where are you going? Do you even know where to look?
Well, no, but we can't just let him go off on his own, right?
You're just gonna run around without a clue? You'll never find him like that.
Maybe not, but we have to try. Amada-kun has nowhere else to go. I know exactly how that feels.
Get Koromaru to sniff his scent.
But where do we even look?
You of all people should understand, Yukari-chan!
Fuka.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Give him some time. Dragging him back won't change how he feels. And we can't protect him forever.
Akihiko.
It's his choice. He's the only one who can decide how to live his life. We all choose our own paths.
Anyway, you're saying in the original game it was just an anime cutscene? I wish they showed us what happened to Ken's mom.
I speculate.
My functions cannot address any highly metaphysical issues. As I am unlikely to be of any assistance, I will stand by until further notice. I'm the worst. I lost my temper and snapped at Yukari-chan. It's just, I'm really worried about Amada-kun. I know what it feels like not having a place to belong.
Right.
Shinji killed her by accident, not much else to it. I didn't even read what she said.
Right.
Akihiko's right. Amada must decide what is best for himself. It is a difficult decision for such a young person to make, but I'm not worried. Amada has a strong will. I am confident he will make the right choice.
So...
Aragaki-san was such a badass, all the way till the very end. You know, when he was all like, this is how it should be, his last words just keep echoing in my head. Do you think yours would leave that kind of impact too? Yours could too.
Yeah.
Ha, no way, dude. I don't have the balls to say something like that. You know what I thought was gonna happen to him? Man, here I am with my innocent mindset. I thought by the end of the game, first of all, he'd be alive. But because we knew he was dying, I thought by the end of the game, you know, we would be with him on his deathbed in the hospital, and we say goodbye to him. No, I didn't expect him to just die.
Hey, so...
Nowhere else to go, huh? Fuka's right. I should have considered his feelings. I wonder what he's doing now. I thought we were going to be with him. Well, I guess we did. Be with him when he died, but I didn't expect that. I thought he was gonna die peacefully. I thought at the end of the game we were gonna be with him as he died. Not now. Not here. Not like this. Anyways. Want to go for a walk. Should I? I mean, what do I really gain from walking? I talk to another NPC and then he gives me an item. I think what I want to do is I want to max out my knowledge. Though, wait. In P3P, so portable, you can save him if you play as the female main character. Though he's kinda just in a coma for the rest of the game until the last day. Oh. Well, after my dear friend died, it's time for me to eat the pain away. What was that about temperance? Wait, what'd that just say? Right now, the temperance arcana may help me grow even more. So right now on my other monitor, I got my, okay, maybe I should mention this first. So since the last time I played, I did get a good amount of shinies. As I was studying, let's be honest. Like, if I fail a third time, we all can say it's no surprise why I failed. Okay. Like, I did shiny hunt as I was studying, just because I need something to do. You know, I'm just not that type of person who can just sit in silence and study. I need to have something to do, or I need some sort of background noise or music. I just need something. So what I did on the side as I studied, and probably ultimately failed because of that.
I have a theory.
It is unfortunate, but not many students appear to be saddened by Aragaki-san's death. Apparently, human relationships are quickly forgotten, though our case is exceptional. The first semester is just a warm-up. The game starts for real during the second semester. Wait a second. Sounds to me like the game devs were giving us a warning there. Or telling us. Man, that's a Monica breaking the fourth wall type of dialogue there. Really? The game starts for real during the second semester, really? Next thing you're gonna tell me, you should save the game more often, just in case. Then my character's like, what are you talking about? Second semester is gonna be rough. I'm nervous already. You did just tell me, like, last night, that the game really picks up in second semester. And I'm just like, are you saying I haven't seen the game pick up yet? So, what I was shiny hunting on the side during when I was supposed to be studying, well, I was doing Dynamax Adventures and I was shiny hunting Solgaleo. Remember how I said that I have a couple of Sword and Shield hunts I want to do? Just to put into Scarlet and Violet, just because the only way to get them shiny in that game is to hunt them in another game. And, you know, put them in. Well, that's exactly what I plan to do.
Are you accepting a request?
And surprisingly enough, believe this or not, literally earlier today, after I got done with my exam, literally the second attempt, today, I got shiny Solgaleo.
I will await a report.
I was literally hunting it for like the past week,
I will await a report.
but no shiny. Literally as I finished the exam, afterwards, and then I got it. So right now, on my side, I have another monitor up, and I'm doing Dynamax Adventures for shiny Lunala. And in the process, of shiny hunting Solgaleo, I got 3 phases. I got a shiny Musharna, a shiny Palpitoad, and a shiny Sneasel. Wait, so when can I come for my 3DS? Aren't you coming tomorrow? Yes, folks, it seems like tomorrow is time to return No Shame in Feeding's 3DS. It'd be a real shame if he didn't show up and I couldn't return it to him. It'd be a real shame if I couldn't shiny hunt on it even more, but I'm kidding.
Come to think of it, much obliged.
And you know what? Speaking of Pokemon stuff, let me just first say this. I meant to say this like a couple times ago. Ooh, thanks.
Good to see you.
A couple parts ago. I learned this a couple weeks ago, and I just never mentioned it. I never knew that Rayquaza could not Mega Evolve if holding a not a Mega Stone. If holding a Z Crystal. I never knew that. I never knew Rayquaza could not Mega Evolve if holding a Z Crystal. What the hell is that in the background? Is that a cloud? I think that's a cloud back there. Whoops. Because the button isn't there? What? Because the button isn't there. No, it's like, you know, it'd be way too overpowered. Mega Rayquaza alone is already, you know, is already banned from competitive because it's just too overpowered. Ugh. From what I hear, I don't do competitive. So I didn't know that Rayquaza could not Mega Evolve if holding a Z Crystal. You know, Rayquaza is the only one that doesn't need to hold a Mega Stone to Mega Evolve. So if you throw on a Z Crystal, can you imagine a Mega Rayquaza using a Z move? Nothing would survive that. So yeah, no wonder they didn't allow that to happen. Even in normal gameplay. I never knew that. I never even considered it, let alone trying it for myself. Anyways, there's literally nothing for me to do right now, so I guess I will just... I could go with Koromaru, but like, well, let's see what these confidants are all about. Way OP. It's OP because it can Mega Evolve and still hold another item, yeah. Almost nothing survives regular Mega Rayquaza anyways. Yep, RIP to Koromaru again. So yeah, I never knew that.
Oh my, dear. There's a mistake there. That's not how you write, Gekko-kun.
Oh, I thought you were saying I'm the mistake.
I know.
Oh dear, there's a mistake that just walked right into our store. Get out.
I feel a little bad for all the people who've been campaigning to save the tree.
Oh! Think of the devil! I'm writing a letter. Something I haven't done in ages. I'm used to the keyboard doing all the work for me.
I was about to say, you haven't written one in ages because you've been lost in Tartarus for weeks.
Oh, no, don't look. I'm shy.
We'll tell you when the time is right.
Are you curious about the letter? Excited, perhaps? Even exhilarated?
Exhilarated.
We are too. We spend every day looking forward to the chance of seeing you again. Sometimes you even make me feel smarter. Maybe I should just go back to school. Ah, just kidding.
So the reason I bring up Mega Rayquaza is because, remember how I said before I have a whole list of things I want to shiny hunt in preparations for Legends ZA coming out sometime next year? Well, I added a couple more stuff to it. Now I'm thinking, what order do I want to hunt them in?
Wrap up the matter before your next visit.
Because remember, I said that we only have Legends Arceus to base off of. So I bet all legendaries available in that game will be shiny locked. And so I thought, if Rayquaza is available in the game, it's probably shiny locked. Which means its Mega Evolution would be shiny locked.
Calling in regard to a recent change in Tartarus. It seems that a path that had been blocked off is now open. I thought it prudent to inform you. Well then, I wish you a safe journey.
So my plan was to hunt a Rayquaza in preparation, but then I thought, wait a second. Rayquaza is not the only legendary that can Mega Evolve. That also applies to Latios and Latios, Groudon and Kyogre, Mewtwo. It's like, well, damn, now I got a whole lot of stuff to hunt in preparation. And something else I planned to shiny hunt, or I decided to hunt.
You look half dead.
A Galarian Slowbro, in hopes that it will get a Mega. If not, then, well, damn.
When Mom died, protecting me, no one believed the truth. To this day, they say she died in an accident. It didn't even happen.
If you show me a flashback, then I'll believe
I
it.
wanted to clear the record. I thought that's what she would have wanted. Maybe then she'd finally be at peace. They said he died in some violent crime, right?
He?
No one knows the truth. Just like with Mom.
They say he died in some violent crime? Are you talking about Shinji? You're not talking about your mom there, right?
And now, I'm going to be left behind. Just like always.
Kid, where's your father?
The dead are never coming back. You have to accept that. But you still have your life.
Bro, not everything needs to be seen.
I'm not here to bring you back. You can waste away here if that's what you want. But if you still have
Dad's gone for milk.
Then come back and stand on your own 2 feet.
You know, it's always like show it, not tell it.
I've known it all along. I've just been lying to myself.
Come on, man, you watched The Flash. Remember how much they would tell, not show?
To keep myself going. I couldn't face the thought of being alone. But That's exactly what happened. All this time, I've just been running away. All right. I'm not running away. I'm not running away anymore. I swear it. Aragaki-san, I'll see this through to the end.
Yeah, but that's for plot points. Showing this isn't needed. Well, it'd be much appreciated for someone like me. Okay, it just seems like all our characters are gonna get their second awakening soon. Because now we have 2. Wonder who's next.
Goodbye, Mom. I'll be okay now.
It's already been a day.
Yes, it has.
So, where's Sanada-san?
He said to leave Amada-kun alone, but maybe we should look for him.
I hope Ken doesn't take it the wrong
What do
way.
you think?
It's like, damn, none of you came to look for me? I guess none of you really care about me. I hope he doesn't take that the wrong way. Ooh, let's start looking. Let's give him time. I swear to God, watch me pick, let's start looking. He immediately comes through the door. It's like, oh, we were about to come and look for you.
You think so too? He is still a kid.
I can't just sit here. I'm going right now to... Oh, thank goodness. I was so worried.
You were?
Now all I need is for them to actually say it.
Will you continue to fight?
Damn, not even a are you okay?
I'm done running away.
That okay with you?
Positive.
It's all right. We can trust him.
Jeez, don't scare us like that, okay?
All right. I'll go and talk to the chairman. You should get some rest.
You know, I still got so much to tell you guys.
Okay.
And I still have the Persona 4 episode to talk about. Before anyone asks, did I actually not watch the anime for an entire week? Yes.
Hey, not bad.
Okay, so let me tell you guys a story about something that happened last Saturday. So, exactly a week ago. Whoops, I didn't even read what he said. I'd be so depressed for like 3 whole days maybe, or even a week. But he bounced back in just 1 day? Jeez, that kid's nuts. So this happened like around 7 p.m. last Saturday. So if I do a real quick 24 times 7, like about 168 hours ago, and then you add like, it's 11:03 now, so like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 4 plus 4. This happened about 172 hours ago from me playing right now. So let me tell you guys what happened last week. Exactly last week from today. I have confirmed the metamorphosis of 2 personas, most likely the result of Aragaki-san's death. There may be more chances to come, so I will remain in observation mode. Okay. Let me see, what else does everyone have to say? It seems I appraised him accurately. He has the soul of a warrior. I admire his fortitude. What did I just say there?
I'm sorry.
I'm really sorry about what happened. You could have told me no, but you let me come back. I'll make it up to everyone. To Aragaki-san too. Oh, that scamming sleazebag is there. Man, I wanted to go and improve my knowledge. Man, there's gonna be so much voice acting here. I feel like I should tell you the story after this. You're not busy at the moment, are you? Because I've got one riveting life lesson for you. Entirely free of charge, might I add.
Good, good. Before I enlighten you today, well, you notice anything different about me?
Like what? Let me guess, you're richer.
Are you blind? I had an appointment at the spa for a facial peel. Isn't my skin simply radiant now?
Sure.
It's quite a hassle, but appearances are a big part of the job in my line of work.
Okay, you're not wrong there.
I'm the total opposite at home. I dress like a slob and only shower every 3 days.
Damn.
Let me come up with an analogy. Vegetables. Perfect.
Okay.
Imagine an organically grown cucumber that looks all deformed.
Cucumbers,
Compare
disgusting.
that to a cucumber that looks perfect, but was grown using chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Which one do you think the supermarket would rather stock?
Okay, you're not wrong. The one that looks good. We eat with our eyes first.
That's the simple truth. Awkwardly shaped cucumbers don't pack together very well. So
Aw, you know what? Let me tell you a different story first.
Taste and safety aren't even a
I
consideration.
got so much to tell you guys today.
They'll carry cucumbers that even pests wouldn't eat. So, why do consumers still buy these cucumbers when they know the truth? Simple. People trust what they see. The world is governed more by appearances than realities. That's why, as much as I hate spending money,
wow,
I buy expensive ties to win people's trust.
I hate spending money.
The part about me dressing like a slob and not showering every day. Don't you dare tell anyone. I can't afford to have people start believing I'm ordinary.
I really should just keep a tape recorder when I'm talking to this guy.
Personally, no one else has a clue, okay?
Really? No one has a clue? No one can smell you? Maybe you buy that expensive cologne as well. Mask all that pit smell of yours.
Just a reminder, do not tell a soul. If you break your promise, well, I guess I can trust you. Run along now.
Alright, let me tell you guys a different story first. Because that, talking to him just now reminded me of it. This happened at work earlier today. I still went to work after my exam. Because we were actually short-staffed. Oh, is this Strega or Ampharos? It's Pharos.
Hi.
Bye! Get out! I'm sleeping.
It's pretty chilly tonight. Can you
Lucky.
believe it's already autumn? It'll be winter.
Damn, it is hot as hell these days.
You look a little tired. It's.
I look a little tired? I was sleeping!
Oh, you did? In this world, people die every day. Until recently, I thought that was as normal as the changing of the seasons. But now, I understand why people mourn. For the first time, I have a friend. Lately, I've been remembering things more clearly. You recall the end I've spoken of? Some were calling it the fall as well. It's drawing closer each night. Can't you feel it? You and I are like kindred spirits. So, I wonder why I'm the only one who remembers. This is tearing me up. Could it be that you can't accept me for who I am?
I don't even know who you are. But okay. Damn, I'm at 8 with him?
I'm sorry if I wasn't making any sense today. Maybe it's the change of season, but we're still friends. That will never change. Well, I'll be going for now. Good night.
Okay, so let me tell you what happened at work today. Or rather, on my way to work. Like, you know, in the mall. So I was walking around, like walking to work as I arrived. And I noticed there was this really hot girl walking by. And she was wearing a very bright red dress. Like, you guys know I like the color red. Red is my favorite color. And when, you know, when someone attractive is wearing that very eye-catching color, of course it's going to catch my attention. Now, you know, I had to respectfully look, aka not stare. And also, like, before anyone gets any idea, she was with her man, so like, damn. What a shame. What a damn shame. And the thing is, the dude she was with, he was thicker than I was. He's thicker than me. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, don't do that. Don't give me hope. I don't know, that's just a real quick thing I wanted to tell you guys. You don't really see people wear bright red very often, right? Think about it. You don't really see people wear bright red in public very often. You see even less girls wear a fully bright red dress. Like, entirely bright red out in public. You don't really see that. So obviously when I come across, when I, you know, just walk by, I notice, because the color really pops. The color really catches your eye. And like I said, I gotta, you know, respectfully look, which means not stare. Otherwise I'd get an ass beating by the dude that's way bigger than me, horizontally. Which hormone is the one in your brain that provides a sense of achievement? Isn't that dopamine? Melatonin, that's just wrong. And I don't remember what histamine is. I'm pretty sure that's dopamine.
Correct.
Yes, dopamine, what releases in my brain every time I get a shiny. He just got Riz, which means I don't. Anyways, that's just a fun little quick story I wanted to tell you guys. Oh, wait, that's right, there's more to this story. So I told my friends, like, damn, some lucky guy in the mall is walking around with a really cute girl wearing a fully bright red dress. One of my friends responded like, are you jealous? And I responded to him, there are no words that are capable to express how I truly feel. So all I will reply with is, yes. Anyway, so let me tell you guys about what happened to me last week. So last week... Damn it, why didn't I get academics? Don't give me charm. Okay, so last week what happened was, after work, my family was on our way home. It was my mom, my sister, and I in my mom's car, and my mom was driving us all back home. We were about halfway home from work. My mom was driving. We stopped at a red light, and the car just did not go anymore. It just did not drive anymore. We were stuck in the middle of the road with oncoming traffic because the car had died at a red light. And we were stuck there for like who knows how long. I had to call my dad like, hey dad, we're kind of stuck in the middle of the road right now because the car just died. And so my dad just immediately rushed out the door. Because, you know, his entire family is stuck in a car in the middle of the road with oncoming traffic. So my dad just quickly bolted out the door. Let me just tell you, thank God we weren't alone, right? If I was driving myself back home and that happened, I'd be terrified. I would be so terrified. If I was driving myself back home, if I was alone in the car, I stopped at a red light, and then the car just did not go anymore, I'd be terrified.
I'm kind of hungry. Let's go out to eat. What do you want to get?
You don't get smarter for saying what you already know. Damn, you make a good point.
Oh, I want a frog burger from Wild Duck.
A what now?
Come on, let's go.
Well, I suppose it's not the most out there thing. Frogs do taste like chicken. From what I hear. I never tried it myself.
Mom and Dad, they talked to me about why we were getting divorced.
It's all your fault, kid!
I listened to the whole thing. Did I do good?
Damn, imagine they said that. We're getting a divorce because of you. It's all your fault. You ruined this marriage.
Thank you. So, Mom and Dad, they said when there's no love, it's hard to stay married. But they said not to worry, because they would love me no matter what. So I told them it's okay if they can't do this. It must be hard to live with someone you don't love.
No! Your mom was hot AF before she had you. Damn! Savage!
So, I have to choose if I want to live with Mom or Dad. Who do you think I should pick?
Who has a better paying job?
I don't know what to do. Oh, if I go with Mom, I might have to move somewhere far away. And then I won't be able to play with you anymore. It's no fair. I miss you too much.
Please, Lord, tell me that she doesn't develop a crush on me by the end of this. Please don't tell me that's the case. I beg you. I don't ask the Lord for very much, but please don't let that be the case. I beg you. You know what happened last night, actually? My dad made me pray to the frickin' shrine in my garage. Made me pray to the deities in the shrine in my garage that I pass this exam. I know that sounds ridiculous, but like, this is my third attempt. At this point, I'll take what I can get. So yeah, last week, on my way home from work with my family in the car just stopped. The car just did not work anymore. So we were stuck there in the middle of the road with oncoming traffic. So, my dad came. He helped us, you know. Surprisingly enough, it was just pure coincidence that this happened too. A friend of ours, a family friend of ours, called us. And at that exact moment, what he was calling us for was, I got some fresh fish, you want? And then my mom's like, I kind of can't talk about that right now. My car just died and we're stuck in the middle of the road. So he's like, what? I'm coming there immediately. He gave his life to save another. How noble. I'd like to think that I could do the same if it came down to it. How about you? Sure, why not? Yeah, sure, why not? Meh, why not? Right? That's an interesting response, though I suppose quite admirable as well. So, and also my dad called the tow truck. So there we were, 4 cars in one lane blocking traffic. It was the tow truck, my mom's dead car, my dad's car in front of us, and then my dad's friend who stopped and helped us. So there we were, 4 cars stopped in the middle of the road blocking traffic. He was with us just a short while ago. I can't believe we won't see him ever again. I knew there was always this risk, but sorry, I'm still a little shaken up. I can't think straight. So I say it's a stroke of luck that my dad's friend came over, because, you know, my mom and sister, they wasn't about to just stay there in the middle of the road, so they asked my dad's friend to drive them home first. I said my prayer, so I'll be okay. Grieving over a death and just feeling down are two completely different emotions. So yeah, I'm okay. And you know, it would have been kind of a dick move if, you know, my dad's entire family left him to deal with the problem, right? If all three of us just left, went home, and just left my dad behind to deal with a dead car in the middle of the road. So, I volunteered to stay back, to stay with my dad, and also someone had to watch the car. While my mom's car was being towed, my dad was standing next to the tow truck and talking to the guy. Someone had to sit in my dad's car to make sure no one just jumps in and just drives off with it. So, I stayed back. I stayed back to stay with my dad, while my mom and sister just went home. Nothing lasts forever, huh? Shinji was satisfied. He got out while he was ahead. Let him rest in peace. We should be focusing on what we need to do now. There's less than a week until midterms.
Hey,
There's no way I can study right now. Not when a close friend just died. Would you really call him a close friend, though? The two of you barely spoke. I can't just forget about it and move on. I just can't do that. I know, I should be studying. Ugh, glad I don't have to hear that anymore. Until I fail and have to do it again. But I just can't concentrate. We lost so much, man. Why, Aragaki-san? Okay, what do you have to say? I need something to wipe off your... Wait, need something to wipe off your glasses? I do have something, of course, but you don't wear glasses. Well, if you're looking for a wipe for eyeglasses, I have a spare. Hang on. Hold on, I'm just Dynamaxing against this Galarian Stunfisk right now with my rental Hitmonchan. Wait, that wasn't rental. No, it was. Here, it looks dingy, but it works very well, in fact. Glasses wipe. Alright. A little something extra. Gag glasses. Okay. It's the secret item I was thinking of surprising Aragaki-kun with the next time I saw him. Surely this would get that stoic face of his to break into laughter. Or, well, that was the plan. Why don't you take it? I'd be happy if you could put it to good use. By giving it away.
You have some time.
Well, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I believe Kirijo-kun told you about the tragedy that befell Amada-kun's family. It happened after defeating the irregular shadow after the dawn of the dark hour. Amada-kun probably didn't have any idea what was happening at the time. Amada-kun and Aragaki-kun, I knew what was going on between them, but I never expected it to turn into such a horrible tragedy. I shall pray for Aragaki-kun's happiness in the next world. So anyways, my mom and sister left to go home. My dad and I, well, we followed the tow truck, bringing my mom's dead car to the dealership. And because it was on a Saturday, what am I doing? Because it was on a Saturday, the dealership was closed. And the next day, on Sunday, they were still closed.
I'm looking forward to
You know, something I didn't know about car dealerships is that they have a key drop box. Where just like in case of something like this, where your car dies or your car needs whatever maintenance, and it's on a day where, or, you know, it's on a day where the dealership is closed, or if you arrive after they closed, they have paper for you to write down your contact information and what's wrong with the car. Write down the license plate, write down the car's mileage, all that information. And then you put it's kind of like an envelope. You put the car key into the envelope with all that information written. And then you put it into a box where no one can reach in and grab and steal your car. And then you just leave. I didn't know that.
Wonderful.
Did you ever go on that Lizbeth? What?
Of course. Oh my.
Oh my, what elegance. Though resemblant of my master, this does leave a different impression.
Then, let us be off.
Man, why did I just know that was going to be the gag glasses? What do you think? The mustache makes my nose itch a fair bit, though. Not only does it give me a semblance of intelligence, but also one of harmony. Wait, one of harmony as well. What a splendid item. I'm positive that's the exact same gag one Teddy gave. Elizabeth date. Is there another? Maybe I fulfill more of her requests. Well, clearly that's not gonna happen.
Very well.
Alright, time to, oh, what more do you have?
Good. I shall be
Oh! Oh, you came up with where you want to go to right away?
Shame.
Oh, never mind. Okay, during the day.
Very well then.
So we went to the dealership, but here's the stupid thing that happened for whatever reason. We put the key into the drop box, so we lost access to our car key. And then for whatever reason, the car started up again. So we lost access to our only car key at the moment, and the car started up. And we weren't just gonna leave an on car for 2 days parked outside the dealership, so what we had to do was my dad and I drive back home, grab the other car key, and then drive all the way back. All while my dad's friend just sat there and watched. Yeah, we did that. We had to do that. Well, that was an experience. Something about the battery died as we were driving. So, literally, when we stopped at a red light, it just did not drive anymore. The car was still on. The music was playing, the AC was on. Like, the car was still on, but the car just did not drive. So we were stuck there. It's kind of surreal to, you know, stand in the middle of the road where you're clearly not supposed to be. You know, it's different from jaywalking. You literally just stand there in the middle of the road with passing cars flying by you. You know, and it's totally different if, say, you're like there in the middle of the night where no cars are driving. And you know what? Speaking of the middle of the night, here's another quick story. My friends, they were talking in our group chat like, hey, you want to go to McDonald's at like 2 a.m.? I stayed out of that conversation, but I saw what they were saying. Something about like McDonald's has a couple of new items, like a Filet-O-Fish Big Mac, where instead of beef patties, it's the Filet-O-Fish patties. And like a Surf and Turf burger, where it's exactly a Big Mac, just with one of the beef patties replaced with the Filet-O-Fish patty.
So this is a shrine. It's quite similar to a temple, is it not? A mysterious presence lurks here, though it is markedly different from a shadow. Well then, I shall first observe the local traditions and pay my respects.
You know, I was joking around. I'm like, you guys are going to McDonald's at 2 a.m.? Wow.
I wonder if this is enough.
No. We're just gonna stop right there. We're just gonna see how bottomless her wallet is. If I don't stop, then the money will never stop coming out. Man, the hell with this. If that much money's coming out, once we leave, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna just take all that. The hell if that's unholy. You see how much damn money she has in that damn wallet of hers? Man, I would come back and I would steal all of that.
Is there a problem?
Nope, no problem.
The effects of this mystical divine grace were proportional to the amount offered.
Catch me here at 2 a.m. digging through that box.
My offering. Come to think of it, this system of monetary offerings is very similar to that of the fountain. There are a great many locations in your world where supplicants may request good fortune. You live in a truly wondrous place. Could those paper strips tied there be Just as I thought. These are paper fortunes. I've heard of this game. People entrust their destiny to a slip of paper, finding the risk far too exhilarating. I see. There are many possible destinies written on them. Well then, I'd like to experiment with this for myself. Please wait here while I work on obtaining every single variation.
Oh, wow. So, my friends were discussing going to McDonald's at 2 a.m. I'm just like, man, you're gonna catch Freddy Fazbear and Skibidi Toilet at the 3 a.m. parking lot.
But what is that?
I actually said
over
that.
there?
They were just like, bro, stop.
If memory serves, these are a slide and a jungle.
One of my friends replied, like, what does that even mean? I'm just like, oh, you poor innocent boy. Untainted by the cringe online.
An introspective message.
No idea what Skibidi Toilet at 3 a.m. means. But someone terminally online like I do knows what that means.
Fascinating. In order to attain joy, one must first claw one's way to the very top. This playground equipment teaches a profound lesson on the true way of the world.
Sure, I agree. Yeah.
Well, that was certainly entertaining. Now, could you please instruct me in the proper use of the jungle gem over here? I can't get out.
Man, I was fully expecting her to be in a particular position. Be like, help me, I'm stuck. And then my mans gets a giant smirk on his face.
Today was even more enjoyable than our other outings thus far. To be honest, lately I've been wondering, do I find this world enjoyable simply because of the novelty of the stimuli it presents?
Or maybe because of you.
Or another possibility, perhaps I enjoy myself on these excursions because of your company.
I called it. I called it.
In any event,
the writing is too predictable in these games.
with my master to install a horizontal bar in our
Well, that's
room.
not true.
I'd like for you to accompany me again sometime, if you wouldn't mind.
I didn't expect Shinji to die.
Well then, I suppose we should call it a day. But before we do, I'd like to go on the slide one more time. Shall we seize the opportunity and go in tandem?
Why did you say one more like that?
Woo!
So how much did it cost to fix that car, you may ask? Well, it costs about like $400 for the checkup, to examine the car from top to bottom, inside out, and see what the problem is, and then it costs about another $400 to replace the battery. So $800, and then you add on the tax, it costs about $1,000 just to fix the damn car.
Here are my requests. Let's hear the result.
That's another $1,000 gone from the, you know, the family. I mean, it's like on one end, it's like, what do you expect? Nothing's free in this world, especially not when it comes to automobiles. Well, they're not up. Did I not have school today? No, I did. There's just no Yukari, no Fuka. I can't even go with Mitsuru yet. There's just no confidants here, right? Not confidants. No S-links here right now. Actually, it's been a while since I've talked to this lady here. Book cover might please someone. I don't know, I guess. Oh, I can buy more than one. It's all 20 HP. All of them restores 20 HP. Alright, let me tell you another story that happened. This one's not that long. So a couple nights ago, I was washing dishes, and I overheard my dad sitting right in front of me in the living room. I overheard something he was watching on Facebook, of all things. You hear that, Zuck? So yeah, I heard my dad watching this video on Facebook. Where do I begin? Man, they really hit you with the usual stuff that you hear in those types of videos, and what I mean by that is, like, first this video started off with, it was like a Christianity video. It was saying how everyone has their personal angel assigned to them as a guardian, you know, a guardian angel following you in life. And then it's like, here are some signs to know if your angel has been, you know, with you lately. And then they hit you with the, but first, don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright, top 10 or whatever signs that your angel has been with you.
Oh, it's you.
Literally the first one I hear was, sign number 1. You find feathers in your house. I'm just like, god damn it. Why did I even pay attention? I was so curious, like, okay, tell me what signs will tell me my angel, my personally assigned angel has. Like, what signs are there that my personal angel has been close by, has been nearby, watching over me? And then they hit me with the first sign. You find feathers nearby. I'm like, god damn it, man. That's when I stopped really paying attention. I'm like, god damn it. Fake ass piece of shit. I find goddamn feathers nearby. And then sign number 2, you randomly find coins in your house. I'm like, well, shit. Seems like my angel abandoned me long ago. Shit, I randomly find coins around the house. Damn, I wish. Oh no, sad music again.
Regarding mathematical proofs, how would you approach this one?
Trigonometry, huh?
Ugh.
That's a fun one. I'd say using the law of cosines here would be the quickest. First, you need to set up an equation. Then, since A and C are prime numbers, you can rearrange it like this and done.
What are you saying?
C'est magnifique! A brilliant method.
Hey, I'm smart
I
too.
thought these kinds of problems were easy for you. Were you just testing me?
I'm smart too. Pay attention to me.
True, I did have in mind a number of ways to solve this, but I found myself wondering about your thought process. I have to say, your speed and accuracy were impressive.
Then I'll test you on the next one. Let's race and see who can solve it quicker.
You guys know the post I'm talking about here, right? Another beautiful day without tan cosine. You guys know what post I'm talking about. Man, if we ever talk about Internet Hall of Fame and what belongs there.
We should remember to take breaks.
Another beautiful day without tan cosine.
Focusing for too long has diminishing returns. Let's rest for a bit.
Well then, why don't we resume in 20 minutes? You can spend your time however you'd like until then.
Alright, let me go into the bathroom and open Incognito.
I haven't gotten any running in today. Guess I'll head out for a refresher.
You're leaving the building? You do understand we only have 20 minutes, correct?
Even a short workout's a nice change of pace. What were you guys planning on doing?
I was thinking of making some tea. What about you?
Tea's nice. I'll do a short workout, I'll read a book, I'll doodle in my notebook. I wouldn't do either of these, so I guess I would do this.
Doodling, huh? I used to do that a lot back in the day.
You? Doodling? That's quite a surprise. I don't think I've seen you do anything of the sort.
Miki used to ask me to draw things. I practiced like a madman trying to learn how to draw anime characters.
A gentle madman?
Oh? That's an interesting development. Why don't you show us for old time's sake?
Spare me, please. If anything, I'd rather see what this guy is drawing.
Aw, damn, I don't even get to know what I drew. You know, I'd love to see Chidori's reaction to like, oh, my friends killed one of your friends? Oh, I'm sorry about that.
I appreciate you inviting us today. You wanted to help take our minds off of recent events, didn't you?
Well, that and increase my knowledge to impress you.
You know, it's usually
Timer on my phone.
senpai's role to do these kinds of things. But we decided to take you up on it.
Thanks to this, Akihiko and I were able to get back on our feet. You can expect we'll return the favor in kind.
Did you actually brew that tea?
Well, I'll push you as far as your brain can go.
Your
exams won't know what hit them.
For now, let's call it a day.
Man, I don't want to
Make
hear
sure to get your
exams
rest, both of
anymore.
you.
Well, now, speaking of which, now that I'm done my exam, until I have to take it again because I failed it. Well, no breaks for me. Besides, literally just one day. Tomorrow, I got nothing. Wait, not normally, after a successful operation, the number of apathy syndrome cases decreases. However, this time it's the opposite. Oh, you're saying this time there's more? There's more cases this time? Damn, that was a really long moment for me to read. There's only one shadow left. It must be apprehensive.
Yes.
If that's indeed the case, then we'll put it in. Wait, we'll put it to rest with the next battle. In any event, if it weren't for you, we wouldn't be here, so thank you. So yeah, the day after tomorrow, I will be beginning to practice for my highway. Because my driver's license is about to expire, and the only way to not let that happen is to do my highway and get that done before the date sometime in August. So the day after tomorrow, I'm gonna begin practicing highway with the same driving teacher I had when I first began learning to drive. Yay. Oh well, I was gonna have to do it at some point, eventually. So, no breaks for me. I go to work tomorrow, the day after, I begin practicing for highway.
I'm moving on now.
Oh yeah, something else that happened. Oops, I didn't mean to press that. My family, we had dinner with some friends. You know, as a small, light diet celebration of my sister getting married soon. And then they tossed out the idea, like, we should all take a trip together at some point. Because these two family friends of my parents, they have 2 young daughters now. And, you know, my parents, with experience, are saying, like, it's best to go on vacations with your kids when they're young. You know, it's more fun that way. Because when your kids grow up, then, you know, they do their own things on vacations, right? So they threw out the idea, like, let's all of us, both of our families, go on a trip together to, say, Bahamas. And, well, that idea has been thrown out. That idea has been planted in our heads. Whether or not it will play out, we'll have to wait and see. I literally, I want to go to the Bahamas literally just to collect coins. I heard when you buy takoyaki from Octopia and share it with your loved one, you'll break up. So how's your relationship going? Wow. That's not at all where I thought that was going. I thought they were gonna hit me with the usual, you share that food, you'll be soulmates for life. Nah, they hit me with the opposite. You share that food with your loved one, you break up.
Please, just wait a little while longer. Even if the tree is gone, you still live on.
You know, it's been almost 2 hours and I still haven't talked about the Persona 4 episode. Leave him be.
Oh,
never mind.
You're here. You could have woken me up. Or did you just want to admire my pretty face sleeping like a baby?
Yeah, totally.
Upsy daisy. We recently closed the book on a difficult matter, so I suppose the relief has put me at ease.
Man, when I heard you say that, I was afraid you were gonna tell me recently closed the bookstore. Man, I really wasn't looking at the words, I was just listening.
It's the middle of the day, but I feel awfully sleepy.
Oh, you know what I forgot to mention about the car incident? So, in all that excitement, I may have accidentally kind of crushed my thumb. Well, not crushed. But in all that excitement, because we were in the middle of the road and cars were passing by, you know, I had to jump from one seat to another. I was in my dad's driver's seat, and my dad was about to get in the car, so I had to jump over to the passenger seat. And in the process, I kind of bent my thumb in a way that my thumb's not supposed to bend. You know how you bend your thumb to make a fist? Well, yeah, my thumb kind of bent the opposite direction. I don't think I broke my thumb, per se, but it does hurt. It still hurts. So yeah, I kind of like just bent my thumb quite severely the opposite direction. And when that happened, I did hear a crunch. I felt a crack happen.
I'm deeply touched that you and so many others tried to help us, but truth is, we sent a letter to Gekko-Kan.
Did they reject it?
We asked them to go ahead and cut the persimmon tree down.
But why?
Just the reaction I was hoping for. It was more than worth it to surprise you like that. Sorry for doing this without running it by you. When we went to visit the tree together, I met a school faculty member on my way back.
Tell me they dug it up and put it in a plant for you to keep.
A new school building where the tree currently is. It would be selfish of an old man like me to deprive those young people of new learning opportunities. Helping children reach their potential is more important than clinging on to old memories. I think our son would agree. He was a teacher, after all.
Is this bad for me to say? I'm thinking, like, couldn't you have at least asked them to not dig it up until you're both, dead?
Yes, we had a long talk about it, and this was the conclusion we came to.
You really set an example for young people, being so considerate to old folks like us. We pray with our son in heaven that more kind souls like you will graduate from Gekko-Kan.
Wow, that's like the first mention of heaven in this game.
We'd like you to have
Sumitsu just kept on mentioning paradise.
It's the first fruit produced by the persimmon tree.
What?
We're a little rough around the edges, just like our son. My dear was the one who suggested we give it to you.
First fruit in a while or first fruit ever? You just gave me a rotting fruit, or did you preserve this somehow? Okay, I'm gonna talk about the Persona 4 episode after this, before, you know, before I run out of time, because I still have yet to talk about it. I mean, there's not too much to talk about for the episode. I am almost at the end of the Persona 4 anime. Well, I didn't even realize this was the final ranking for them. I just came to them because I got nothing else to do.
We're too old to waste a single day. If we kick the bucket while wasting our days away, I'm sure he'd laugh at us from heaven.
It's hard on the parents to have such a well-respected son. Oh my. Does it sound like I'm boasting? Oh.
Oh yeah, while I was studying for my exams, I was just at home, I opened Pokemon Go. I got 2 shiny Chanseys in Pokemon Go, just sitting at home.
Oh, welcome back.
And one of the days while I was out at work, I got a shiny Eevee with a 666 CP. I have confirmed that everyone's spirits are low due to Aragaki-san's incident. If this persists, the outlook for our next mission will be poor. We must forge ahead. Who texted me? Somehow, even after all that's happened, I can still feel hungry. If you're free, I'd like for you to come shopping with me. I want to try something out, so if you make it, come meet me at the station. I was gonna study, but I guess, Fine, let's see what this is about. I mean, he's down. We need something to, you know, get our mind off the topic and cheer up. Sure as hell beats studying. I actually finished my shopping already. Do you have some time now? I want your help for something. Can we finally eat? Man, every time I hang with you and you promise food, we never do it. Back to the dorm. I forgot to buy eggs. Excuse me. Can you go back and make sure no one uses the kitchen? I'll meet you there in a bit. I'll make you. Don't worry, I won't keep you waiting long. I'm quicker on my feet than you are, you know? Can we finally get that food you promised? Pretty please? Oh yeah, also in Pokemon Go, there was a Cleffa hatch day.
I ran into some unexpected trouble.
With a boosted 1 in 10 shiny rate.
Here goes. Back me up, would you?
I hatched 2 shiny Cleffas that day.
I'm gonna make pancakes.
Alright.
I guess you could say I've got a craving. I used to eat them all the time at the orphanage.
Nice.
I know they sell frozen ones nowadays. But
disgusting.
nothing beats freshly cooked, right?
Frozen pancakes. Why do that when you can make it yourself? They're super easy to. Why now? You're making a lot. That is a lot. That's more than a dozen eggs in that bowl there. And that's what, like 4 cartons of milk?
I don't really need a reason, do I?
There's 3 boxes of pancake mix there.
Well, let's go on and get started.
You know, you really just need to add 1 egg to those pancake mixes, right?
What exactly do we do first?
Bruh.
I think the recipe said to use lots of butter and to regulate the pan's temperature with a damp washcloth.
Wait, what?
And we put a washcloth in the pan? Won't it burn?
What the hell? Whoops. What? Okay, if you use lots of butter, you're just gonna end up shallow frying it. Unless the butter burns. Regulate the pan's temperature with a damp washcloth. Who the hell? Where did you get that? Please, I beg you, just let me handle it. If that's the info you have, please, I beg you, let me do it.
That's the stuff I use for bodybuilding. I can break the eggs and mix the batter.
Okay.
The actual cooking part to you.
Okay, please.
Oh, so that's how you use the washcloth.
How
about we add some protein powder?
What?
Don't look at me like that. Oh, I better go get the plates. I think this.
Whoa!
Oh, check it out! Wow, look at all the pancakes! I knew something smelled good.
Man, the puny little dollop of butter on top.
Just give me a minute. We can eat once I bring them out. Would you mind getting everyone else? And don't forget Amada.
Okay.
God damn! That's a lot of pancakes there.
Pancakes? Did the two of you make all of these yourselves?
You wanna go make some coffee for us?
This guy was the one who cooked them. I said I had a hankering, but we might have made too much. I like pancakes, but no way I can eat all of these myself. If you guys could pitch in, that'd be great.
Alright, where's the maple syrup at?
So you like pancakes too, Sanada-san?
Thank you. I can't wait to have some.
I'll make some tea. I've got some leaves that'd be great for the occasion.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
It's pancake party time, as they say.
Pizza time.
The flavor brings a smile to my face.
Oh yeah?
What are you, the chairman?
Did he just say takes the cake?
Thanks for the pancakes. They were really good. Tasted like a lot of care went into them. If you ever make some again, I'd like to help out too.
And also sounds like Fuka almost quoted Thanos.
For as many as we made, they sure did disappear fast. Cooking's not really one of my strong points. A certain someone would always say, if you pour protein powder on the ingredients, then you shouldn't be in the kitchen, dumbass. Most of the time, I only ever got to watch someone else cook. So I never really learned myself.
Really? You freezing boiled eggs never gave me that impression.
I'm hoping that cheered everyone up a little.
You planned this from the start? What made you want to do this?
Yeah, pretty much. They did things like this back when I was at the orphanage. I just wanted to recreate it. My sister used to cry all the time there. But the pancakes always brought a smile to her face.
By the way, I really hope that, where is it? Oh my god, it's way up there. Is it even here anymore? Okay, never mind. That thing about a damp cloth better have been to hold the handle.
Do you remember that medal you found in the package from my parents? My sister, Miki. She made that back when we were at the orphanage. Based on the letter that came with it.
Though you don't really need to do that at a house.
When they were cleaning. Miki was
at a house, you know,
after we learned
house
I was getting
grill.
adopted out and leaving. But then that fire happened right after.
Or not grill,
And this medal was
stovetop.
all that was left of her. Apparently, Miki used to always say she wanted to thank me for being so strong and kind. She was really quiet, and she'd always be following me around. I don't really remember doing anything special for her, but I guess she was relying on me as her older brother. Seeing that medal made me think, would my sister be proud of who I am now? Am I really strong and kind enough to deserve that medal? If I'm being honest, I don't really know what it means to be strong or kind. Everyone who's ever said that to me has left without telling me the most important part. You saw how I was today. This is all I'm capable of right now. I haven't grown at all since I was a kid. They'd laugh if they saw me now.
Can't fight on an empty stomach.
I'm glad you feel that way, but I've still got a long way to go. I realized I'd just been running away all this time, making excuses about having my own problems. But from now on, I'm gonna protect it all. We promised we'd become strong together. I won't let him down. Well, if that's how you feel, then I better not disappoint. The point of this whole thing was to cheer everyone up. And yet I'm the one getting supported here, you know? I think you're the kind of person my sister would have looked up to. Alright, that's enough talking about the past. Let's hurry up and finish cleaning.
Damn, you good?
Well,
I ran into that group of punks on my way home from shopping today. There were even more of them this time. And one guy managed to get a good hit in. Don't worry though, I didn't do anything that would get me in trouble with the police. I just let them throw as many punches as they wanted until they got tired and gave up. I thought I could dodge them all, but I guess I've still got room to improve.
Damn, if only I was there. Remember those guys I beat the shit out of and was completely unscathed afterwards? Remember that one time with Yukari? God damn it, stop giving me charm. I don't need charm anymore. How ironic is it that knowledge is so hard to get now? Anyways, can I please just talk about Persona 4 and then be done with tonight? Okay, this guy. Let's talk about the episode. Alright, episode, what was it? 24 of Persona 4. This episode. First of all, it opens with Teddy in the Velvet Room, which caught me off guard. I'm like, did that even happen in the game? I don't remember ever seeing Teddy in the Velvet Room limo. Teddy was talking to himself, like, he kind of learned he was a shadow that grew a consciousness. And then, out of nowhere, you just hear Narukami be like, Teddy, Nanako's alive. How did that happen? Beats me. How did Narukami tell Teddy? Beats me. But let's see, this episode follows from the last episode where we end with them piecing together, like, okay, who is the one person that can be, that can fall under all of the aspects that we thought of? Someone that no one would bat an eye on, someone who everyone would have no problem letting into their house, someone who nobody would suspect, somebody who knows about us. Who could that be? And then I found this strange in the game as well, where, you know, Naoto, the detective, just walks back in and is like, let me think about this. Let me go back inside and think about this. Really? You're seriously telling me you couldn't think of it? Being the detective of the group. Well, and then Yosuke... I kind of forgot this happened in the game, but I feel like I might be remembering it happening at another point in the game. I could be wrong, though. Yosuke talks to Narukami and is like, dude, I have to get this off my chest. For a second, I thought he was going to confess his feelings. Yosuke is like, I was jealous of you because, you know, I thought you were like me. You came to a nowhere town and then immediately you got your persona, yada yada yada. He's like, man, I need you to punch me. And then you get this really somber music, and before Yosuke could even finish what he was saying, Narukami doesn't hesitate and just socks him in the face. Like, Narukami did not hold back. I don't know, I just got that caught me off guard too. Again, more out of character Narukami moments. And then they agree to just, you know, pause on this. Fist each other back and forth. Pause. But you know what I mean. Jokes aside, like, they agreed to throw punches back and forth. But because of those punches, you could say it knocked some sense into Narukami, because Narukami's like, do you think Mitsuo discovered the TV world on his own, or was he thrown in as well? I forget exactly what the points they said were. Something like, you know, he showed up on the Midnight Channel. He himself showed up on the Midnight Channel. Would the killer really show up on the Midnight Channel themselves? So they come to the conclusion that Mitsuo was thrown into the TV by the actual killer himself. Like the real killer. They already determined Namatame is not the killer. And they also determined that Mitsuo is a copycat. So now they're thinking, who is the real killer? Man, and then they do this trope where they discuss it without saying the character's name. It's like, do you really think he's the killer? No way. Him has to be just a coincidence.
Okay then.
I don't know. Something about him just felt off to me. It's like they did that trope where they just avoid telling the audience the name to build up some suspense, only to immediately reveal who they're talking about. So at the hospital, oh god, I don't know what this guy's asking me. At the hospital, you see Dojima, blah blah blah, and then they kind of corner, Adachi. I lost his name for a second. I think I may have noticed this in the game too. Like the moment he said it, the moment he said that one line that reveals, you know, reveals he knows about the TV world. You know, the Akechi's pancake moment. It's like he was already thrown in there when Adachi really should not have known about the TV, so he just outed himself there. And while Akechi jumps into the TV, our characters chase after him. They go back into the same place that they were at in the beginning of the story, where, you know, Yosuke couldn't hold it and he had to take a leak in the corner. They even bring that back up in the episode. It was a funny moment, but then it's like they see a projection of Adachi spilling out his plans. And I'm not gonna lie, now that I know in hindsight, now that I have the context, I'm kind of thinking like, damn. Not gonna lie, that's kind of lazy writing, at least to me. It's like, you're probably wondering why I did all this. Because I could! Because I can do it. It's like, well, that's just lazy writing. No motive, really. You're saying the killer did it just because he could. No particular reason, because he could. It's like, damn, not gonna lie, I feel like that's kind of lazy writing. Well, Adachi does also mention that the fog spilling over, soon the two worlds will merge, and every human on the Earth side will become a shadow. And then, for some reason, as our characters get closer to approaching Adachi, they all kind of just split up Bakugan style. You guys remember that arc in like the first couple of seasons where Vestroia was merging with Earth? All our characters got separated and they were fighting a certain Bakugan with two attributes. It also seems like what they were fighting was the Reaper. They fought off like 3 Reapers. So our characters just kept on getting separated.
Mom and I are gonna move away soon. Hey, even if I'm gone, we'll still be friends, right?
Friends forever? I might forget about you. Damn.
Friends forever. Ever and ever, okay? You can't forget about me. Never, ever. Okay?
How can I forget about you? You almost got me Chris Hansen. So is that 9? Yeah, that's 9.
I gotta get ready to move. So I have to go home now. See you later, okay?
Anyways, you're saying he was bored, just realistic, because some people just want to watch the world burn. Yeah, I guess. I suppose. I mean, he kind of did have a motive. He kind of had the hots for, what that was her name again? The first victim. He just accidentally threw her into the TV. Wasn't it Miss Yamano? Or, no, wait, was that? Crap! No, Miss Yamano, wasn't that someone in this game? Ah! Was it just Miss Yamano? Damn, now I can't remember. Anyways, he accidentally pushed her into the TV, so that confirmed to Adachi that the Midnight Channel is real. He has more reasoning, but the surface level, he says, because he could. Have you been studying for the exams? Not anymore. Sometimes I can't stop thinking about Aragaki-senpai, even though I know I shouldn't be dwelling on what happened. Right now, we just have to focus on our midterms.
How's work?
I realize it may be difficult given recent events, but have you been studying for the exams?
I see.
Totally. I mean, that wasn't the only case of lazy writing. They also revealed this, which I completely forgot, that Namatame calling the police, telling them about the Midnight Channel, those who show up on TV are gonna be the next kidnap and murder victims. And first of all, no way the police would believe that. But second, it just happened to be Adachi to pick up the phone then. And it was Adachi to be like, well, if you think you know who the next victims are, why don't you save them? Why don't you hide them in somewhere no one can ever find?
Yes.
It's like, well, Adachi even mentioned it too. He's like, of all people that could have answered that phone at the police station, coincidentally, I answered it. It's like, well, that's just lazy writing. One more shadow left. A lot's happened, but the next one is the last. We finally made it. For us, there's nothing left except winning. Try to keep it together, alright? I mean, yes, I know the whole thing in storytelling is coincidences. Coincidences happen in stories all the time. But I can't lie, ever since watching The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live, I just can't unsee these now. It's like, my, how coincidental that all this stuff just happens to line up. Okay, Koromaru could go for a walk, or this guy again. Man, you're interfering with me possibly maxing out my knowledge and rizzing up a lady. I can teach you a life lesson that you won't want to miss.
I'm used to being accosted by people.
Accosted?
Recently, I had an interesting encounter. It was a young man, not much older than you. Do you know what he said to me? He said, "Thank you."
You must have misheard. He actually said, "Fuck you." Anyways. He's, Adachi, he's probably the only one who worked late hours because Tojima put him on night shifts. Well, while that might be true, it was never said. So it's once again you just making excuses for the writers. I mean, that's a valid theory. That's a valid theory, but it's like, well, it was never told to us that that was the case.
I'm not proud of this or anything, but I couldn't care less what our customers think.
Wait a second.
You know who I am?
Wait a second. Did you just say you're not proud, and yet you still admit it? Okay.
I'm the president of a company that sells fake products.
Wow, way to say that out loud.
He told me he quit his part-time job and was going to study to become a public prosecutor. He wants to punish businessmen like me for bending the rules.
Ah.
He said I was an example of a negative role model, even though I wasn't aware of it.
Oh, that explains
Maybe
it.
I'm overreacting, but what if he does become a public prosecutor and puts me behind bars? I suppose that means I wouldn't be able to give you my advice anymore.
I missed the part where that's my problem. Don't you have infinite resources with how much money you have? Can't you just stop him? Kind of like how there's a conspiracy theory, you know, of Boeing Airlines right now killing whistleblowers.
My shareholders ought to take a leaf out of that boy's book. Apparently. These days aren't as naive as we thought.
But coincidences just happen. It's just how it is. Yeah, but, you know, it's like, well, Namatame, had you mentioned that you tried to call the cops and there was this very jolly-sounding officer who picked up, and he's the one who told you to hide them in the TVs, well, wouldn't that have maybe cleared things up a little bit? Just a little bit. Ah, time to give the man more of my money. You know, Namatame just very happily just forget to mention that.
It's amazing commodity.
Alright, what kind of fake products are you gonna sell me this time? So did the flowers and chocolate you sold me before, were those fake as well? Is this a contractable paring knife? Does it not stab? Is it dull?
Not bad, kid.
Is that fake candy you're selling me? How exactly are you selling fake products? When you're selling, let's be honest, absolutely random stuff.
Thanks, kid. Bye-bye.
What exactly is your company? Like, what is your main demographic? You sell random stuff. Your products are all over the place. You sell weapons, you sell gifts, you sell food. What kind of business are you running? Anyways. Oh, right, this guy. But anyways, our characters, they all get separated. Now it's just Narukami versus Adachi. Adachi finally reveals his persona, which is like a dark version of Izanagi. You know, Narukami's persona. Man, I like the parallel, the visual parallel they did. Akechi with his dark Izanagi with the red aura, and then Narukami with the blue aura around his. But then the episode ends with them charging at each other. And then they're gonna save the big fight for the next episode.
Thank you. I'm doing better today. I know it probably looked dire last time, right? Sorry if I scared you.
You know, I never saw how Persona 4 ends. If this is where this is where you stop the story. If Adachi was the last thing you did, I never saw how that looks like. Do I enjoy reading books? It depends on the book, manga, hentai.
I'll admit I'm somewhat picky myself. A terrible book is a terrible waste of time. And there's no more grievous sin than that. Nowadays, reading books is all I do. I find that they give me a way to escape everything else.
Have you heard about a thing called movies?
Book's private world. Do you read books all the way through? Oh, do you? I don't usually reach the end either, although I think our reasoning differs. The more engaging a story is, the more I want to get lost in it. But I'm always afraid to finish it, because once I finish the story, I'll have to come back to reality. This inescapable body of mine. Heartwarming stories filled with hope. Those are the kinds of books I like to read. They give me a little solace when I have to come back to the real world.
I think, is there anything else about the episode I'm forgetting to mention?
It looks like the sun is already setting. Time is so ruthless. I hope we have another chance to talk.
I mean, Teddy did reveal to the characters, our group, his origin. They did pretty much gloss over that in the anime. They're just like, oh, you used to be a shadow that grew a consciousness and a will and gained a persona. Cool, bro. Anyways.
Welcome back.
Yeah, they kind of just glossed over that as well. The day after tomorrow, periodic examinations begin. How are your preparations progressing? Until recently, I had been reserving my energy for the final battle. However, according to Mitsuru-san, studying for exams is a crucial component in preparing for the future. Therefore, I will, while I may be off to a late start, I will now initiate study mode. Oh my god, they made her study as well. How the hell is she gonna study? Can't she just retain information once the teacher says it? I guess I should stop right before exams start.
By the way,
we have tomorrow off for Health and Sports Day. What the hell? I never heard of that. Maybe it's a Japan thing only. But since it's the day before midterms, I'll probably just be studying the whole day. Maybe I'll sneeze. I'll sneeze. Maybe I'll sneeze in a walk or something. It's not good to focus too much on only one thing.
So,
to be honest, I was planning to go to that spot today, but then I decided not to. If I keep living in the past, I'll never be able to move forward. Okay, Aigis is studying. Anyone upstairs? Doesn't this place have heating? All you guys wearing your winter jackets inside. Every time I come in here, Junpei's here too. It's like, can't I ever get a moment away from you? He'll always tell me I'm taking a break too, or something. But how much rest does the guy need? Excuse me. I mean, for it to be called a break, you have to actually do something else to take a break from it. We just happen to be taking our breaks at the same time, Sanada-san. Old building, AC and heat doesn't work well. I have like zero motivation, man. I mean, I did try to study since exams are coming up, but I don't know. I just can't get over things that quickly. Normally, I would say that sounds like excuses, but this time, I'll give you a pass. Wait, how are my vegetables doing? It's been so long, I forgot about these. Great vegetables. Nice. Let me tell you, I would much rather if my house was frigid cold and I would have to put on more layers. Man, I would prefer that so much more. Because it has been hot lately. Too hot. Too hot for me to sleep. Man, I haven't been sleeping well the past 2 nights just because I had the exam on my mind the past 2 nights. Anything new here? Nope. No new recordings. Whoops. I guess I will go study with Aigis. It was either that or pay for knowledge.
Excuse me.
I have heard that high school students engage in a social event called a study group before exams. Such an activity may allow us to learn more about one another. Is this permissible?
Yes.
Roger that. Allow me to retrieve my textbook and other studying materials.
I have detected a gaze upon us for an estimated 7 minutes now.
You just stood there for 7
I
minutes?
just wanted to watch. Was I bothering you?
Damn, she's got sensors on the back of her head. I can stare too.
Thanks. I was just curious what it's like to study for an exam. Is it alright if I study with you? If it isn't too much trouble, I mean.
Why would any kid voluntarily
Elementary school
offer
does
that?
not feature regular examinations. Is this information inaccurate?
No, you're right. We don't really have tests that we need to study a whole week in advance for. sorry, if you're not okay with it, I can just...
Come study with us, go get your books.
Oh, thank you. I'll go get my workbooks now.
Next question. What is the term used to describe the property of having zero electrical resistance?
Oh, I know! Superconductivity!
I don't know.
Amada-san.
I guess high schoolers are smarter than me. I mean, that's not a surprise. Is anyone really surprised? Go! Superconductive cyclone. What?
I just happened to see it on TV. It was an ultimate technique in Featherman. Not that I care about that stuff.
Yep, I believe you.
Oh, sorry, Koromaru. I guess I was being a little loud. Let's get back to studying.
We all started taking our studies seriously. Talking our studies seriously. I feel like I'm focusing better than usual. Oh my god, that's still not enough. How many more do I need?
It appears that Amada-san has entered a state of non-REM sleep. He is in a deep sleep.
Wow, sleeping upright, still holding pencil.
Sharply, risking illness. Shall we wake him?
I mean, he got on a damn scarf. I feel like the moment we touch him, he's gonna wake up. How the hell do you sleep in that position?
Understood. I wonder what kind of dreams Amada-san will have. Let's transport him carefully to prevent waking. I will accompany you on the way to his room.
Be absolutely hilarious. Aigus just lifts up the whole chair he's sitting on and then just dumps him onto his bed. Today is Health and Sports Day. There's no school. That's all I care about. I don't care what day it is as long as I don't have school. No thank you. Not with text messages like that. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Of course she's the only option. Anyways, let me double check. Yeah, tomorrow's midterms. So, I'll stop in-game tonight. Elizabeth date?
Marvelous. I'm looking forward. A shame.
I'm afraid I will have to wait another day. I guess I don't have enough requests for now.
Are you accepting a request?
You know damn well I'm not going to do any of those. You know you can go directly to the Velvet Room on the map. Oh. Well, that's okay. What's like 5 seconds? Alright, I guess I'll do this and then that will be the last thing I do. Man, what do you people have? What do you people want to talk about? You see that guy over there, right? You know, the one who's been following me? I don't know how to get rid of him, so I guess I'll just let him do whatever it is he's doing. Isn't she awesome? Maybe I'll keep checking her out a little while longer. Wow, nothing I can do? Okay. None of my business. I'll just carry on with my day. Shake my head. You should do the request for Elizabeth date. Nah. Maybe in New Game Plus.
Hey, come on! Let's play on the jungle gym! And the seesaw, and then kick the can, and then...
And what?
Let's play everything!
What was that one that you just said? You want us to kick the can? No, wait, it's kick the bucket. That's the expression.
I'm tired. No way you'll forget about me now, right? We played so much. Today, I'm moving far away.
Damn, so if I never hang out with you this last time, you'll never move away.
No matter how far away, we're still family. So I don't have to be sad. Family's special. Do you think I'll have a family of my own one day?
Yes, one day. Very, very later on. You're still too young for that.
Yeah, you're right. I hope. Oh, when I'm all grown up...
I swear to God.
married?
Oh my God! No! Where's my no option? I got no choice here.
No, you're supposed to say yes. I don't want to marry anyone. Take this, okay? I made it just for you.
Bead ring.
Someday, let's get real wedding rings.
Well, if anything, on the bright side, she said one day. Because if she said right now, my ass would have been in the slammer yesterday.
Close your eyes, okay?
I swear to God. I swear to God. Well, at least they didn't show it.
Well, bye-bye. We'll see each other again, okay? I just know it.
Well, my man's just rizzed up a child. I hope he's proud.
Oh, it's you.
Well, he did do a good deed. He helped a kid going through a rough time with her parents divorcing, but it's like, at what cost? Midterms start tomorrow, but we can't simply ignore what happened. It's difficult to focus on studying at such a time. However, it might be unwise to ignore what's right in front of you as well, cold as it may sound. I'll try to think of something to help everyone focus on exams. Pulls out her gun. Now study.
By the way,
The exams start tomorrow. It looks like you are all serious about doing well on them. I too will be implementing the take my chances approach on where to focus reviewing my studies. Alright, there's a study session with her. Whoops. And that seems to be it. Yep, before midterm start, that seems to be it. Alright, this seems like a good spot to end. Welp. That's gonna do it for tonight. It's good to be back, you know? Everyone was patient for me to see what was coming up next, and, you know, thank you for your patience, everyone. Then again, anyone watching this in the future, it's back to back. You didn't have no damn wait time. Alright, that's gonna be it for tonight. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time. Goodbye. I hope I didn't forget to mention anything. If I do, and I remember, I'll mention it next time. Yeah, take a seat. After everything that just happened with her, Chris Hansen shows up. Why don't you take a seat over there? Alright, bye.